Okay, so you want to buy a Costco, the store where you have personally waited behind 40 shopping carts to pay $1.50 for a hot dog and a soda. But here is the strange part. That hot dog loses money. The $5 rotisserie chicken loses money. The gas line that wraps around the parking lot barely breaks even. Costco makes almost nothing selling you things. After 40 years of selling everything on the planet in bulk, the company keeps less than 3 cents of every dollar that crosses the register. The real product is not on any shelf. It is the plastic card in your wallet. And there is one more catch. A reason that, in 40 years, nobody you have ever met has owned a Costco. We will get there. You are not buying a store. You are buying a subscription business that happens to have forklifts. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how the cheapest hot dog in America pays for everything else. Which of the 3 ways into this business is the only one that makes sense, and the answer to the question you ask yourself every single time you push a flatbed cart past the checkout. How are these prices even possible? Let us start with the building, because you are going to need a very big one. Costco spends around $5 billion a year on capital expenditure and opens roughly 25 to 30 new warehouses with it. Call it well over $100 million per building once you count the land, the steel, and the racking. And unlike almost every other retailer, Costco owns the dirt under about 80% of its warehouses. No landlord, no rent, forever. Your warehouse is 150,000 square feet of bare concrete, metal shelving and skylights. No marble, no music, no window displays. The decor is the pallet the product arrived on. That is not laziness. Every dollar not spent on the building is a dollar that comes off the price tag. Hold that thought, because the price tag is the entire religion. Now switch it on. The average Costco warehouse rings up around $295 million a year. For comparison, the average Sam's Club run by Walmart, the biggest retailer on earth, does roughly half that. Your one building outsells entire shopping centers. So how are the prices so low? 3 mechanisms, and none of them is charity. First, the markup cap. Costco refuses to mark anything up more than about 14% over cost, 15% on its own label. Other chains go double that and beyond. If a Costco buyer finds a way to get the same jacket cheaper, the saving is not kept as profit. The price on the floor drops. Second, the selection trick you have walked past 1,000 times. A regular supermarket carries 30 or 40,000 different products. Costco carries about 4,000. One brand of ketchup, one size. So when Costco orders ketchup, it orders more ketchup than anyone on earth, and the supplier sharpens the pencil or loses the biggest order in the building. And third, you paid before you touched a cart. That $65 membership is the margin other stores have to hide on the shelf. Even the price tags are part of the code. Anything ending in 97 is a markdown. The little asterisk means it is never coming back. Buy the kayak now. So where is the money? It walked past you at the front door. To shop in your warehouse, every single person needs a card. $65 a year for the basic one, $130 for the executive. More than 80 million households pay it, and last year those cards produced $5.3 billion in fees. Pure margin. No trucks, no freezers, no spoilage. Membership alone is around 2/3 of the company's entire profit. Read that again. The groceries, the furniture, the tires, the $4,000 wedding rings, all of it combined earns about half as much as the little plastic cards do. And the renewal rate in America is 92.3%. More than 9 in 10 members every single year choose to pay again before they have bought a single thing. It gets better. Nearly half of all members upgraded to the executive card, and those households alone produce almost 3/4 of total sales. They pay double the fee for a 2% reward, which means the upgrade only pays off if they keep coming back. The card creates the loyalty creates the volume. The volume squeezes the suppliers. The squeeze lowers the prices justify the card. Round and round, 40 years and counting. That is why you came in for paper towels and left $400 lighter, feeling like you won, and the company will do violent things to protect that loop. Walk into the food court. The hot dog and soda combo costs $1.50. It cost $1.50 in 1985, when a gallon of gas was about $1. The whole 18-inch pizza is under 10. A family of 4 eats lunch for less than the price of one airport sandwich. The hot dog loses money on every single plate, and it is not allowed to stop. When the man who later became chief executive suggested raising the price, founder Jim Sinegal gave him the most famous performance review in retail. "If you raise the price of the hot dog, I will kill you. Figure it out." The rotisserie chicken got the same treatment. $5 for a cooked bird that is somehow bigger and cheaper than the raw one 2 aisles over. When chicken prices rose, instead of charging $6, Costco spent around $450 million building its own chicken plant in Fremont, Nebraska, processing about 2 million birds a week, so that no supplier on earth could ever force that price up. Think about that. They built a private poultry empire to defend $1 of psychology. The OWN label tells the same story. Kirkland Signature did around $90 billion in sales last year. That is not a store brand. That is a bigger business than Nike hiding in plain sight on a warehouse shelf, priced at cost plus 15 and not a cent more. And when Costco started selling gold bars at barely over the metal price, members bought several $100 million worth a month. The bars sell out in hours. The company barely profits on a single one. It does not need to. You are not buying gold. You are renewing a feeling. The chicken, the hot dog, the gold bar, they are all the same product. The certainty that this card always gets you the best deal on earth. So, you have seen the machine, a building that prints 300 million a year, a card that renews itself, a moat made of hot dogs. Where do you sign? Here is the part nobody tells you. You cannot. In 4 decades, Costco has never sold a franchise. Not one warehouse, not one, not ever, not to anyone. McDonald's will sell you a restaurant for a couple of million. Subway will sell almost anyone a sandwich shop. Costco, a company that sells literally everything else, will not sell you the one thing you actually want. And the reason why is the most honest answer in business. Hand your warehouse to a franchisee and watch what happens, because every incentive you have is wrong. You paid over $100 million for the building, so you want it back. The hot dog loses money, so you raise it to $3. Nobody riots. The chicken goes to $7. The markup creeps from 14% to 20%. Every single move is rational. Every move makes your year better, and every move quietly kills the machine. Because the only thing Costco actually sells is the belief that nobody needs to check the price. 92% renewal is not a habit. It is trust, compounding. Break it in one aisle and the members do not complain. They just do not renew. And 2/3 of the profit walks out the door with them. That is the fragility hiding inside the fortress. The model only survives, while the people running it keep refusing easy money. They raised the membership fee in 2024 for the first time in 7 years by $5. They agonized over it. That discipline is the moat. It is also the risk, because discipline does not franchise, and sooner or later every empire meets a manager who wants the easy money, which leaves you, the buyer, with exactly 3 doors. Door 1, build your own. Good luck, Walmart. With effectively infinite money and 50 years of retail muscle, runs Sam's Club, and the average Sam's does about half the volume of the average Costco. The biggest retailer in history is losing the warehouse war to a company that refuses to even advertise. Door 2, buy the stock. This is what the smart money did. Charlie Munger sat on Costco's board for 26 years and famously refused to sell a single share until the day he died. He called it one of the most admirable capitalist institutions in the world. But here is your problem. Everyone agrees with him now. The market prices this grocery store like a software company at around 50 times earnings, 3 or 4 times what an ordinary grocer trades for. 50 times earnings means you are paying today up front for the next 50 years of profit from a store that keeps 3 cents per dollar. Perfection is already in the ticket. Pay that and you are betting the discipline never slips. Not once, not for 50 years. You can lose a fortune on a wonderful company just by paying the wrong price for it. Which brings us to door 3. The only piece of Costco the company will actually sell you, the $65 card. Laugh if you want, but run the numbers like an owner. The executive card costs $130 and pays 2% back. Spend about $540 a month, which a family of 4 clears without trying, and the card has paid for itself before the rewards even start counting. Add what that 14% ceiling saves you against every other store, on every cart, every week, plus the hot dogs, plus the $5 chickens, and the return on that little piece of plastic measured against what you put in beats the warehouse, beats the stock, and beats most things on the New York Stock Exchange. 80 million households have quietly figured this out. The best asset in the building is in your wallet, so you wanted to buy a Costco. The punchline is that you already could. Costco will never sell you the warehouse, because the warehouse only works in the hands of people willing to lose money on hot dogs forever. It will sell you the machine's output instead, at cost plus 14, and charge you $65 a year for the privilege. That is the whole secret. It does not make money on things. It makes money on trust, renewed annually in advance. So here is the question. Knowing the margins are 3 cents, the moat is a hot dog, and the stock costs 50 times earnings, which one are you? The investor who pays up for perfection and bets the discipline holds, or the member who skips the stock, keeps the card, and takes the best deal in the building every single week? Most people say the stock. Most people are already holding the card. Tell me in the comments which one you actually are. I genuinely want to know.